Get yours over it.
Is there a red
Just start. He's not in space. It's your page.
Wait, have you started recording it or not?
Yes, recording.
Oh.
Is there a red
Yes, it's recording.
Then come back.
I want my childhood back! So this is a place where the smart talking stops? This is something for me, and maybe a little something for those angels to smile at. Maybe.
But I was younger then, and she only just came on the scene. Remember?
Yeah.
And that video of her in school, in a school uniform and pigtails.
She looked lovely.
You wanted to be her, didn't you?
She didn't have her tits done then, but even then they were a decent size.
But it was creepy, in hindsight, and that thing she was doing with her tongue. It was very sexual.
We didn't notice. It was for the older boys.
She's
And their
sticking
dads.
She's sticking her tongue out, but it's subtle.
It was a bit seedy.
I felt betrayed by Brittany. You know our songs and videos were all about that journey from a girl to a woman.
Yeah.
And it sort of felt good, didn't it? Like Brittany was a part of your puberty.
I remember having my first period and listening to I'm not a girl, not yet a woman, and thinking, thanks Brittany, my sentiments exactly.
But when I saw the video to Hit Me Baby One More Time last year, all that sexual stuff with her tongue and just how that cropped
Was you anyone of his back then?
Probably.
Sorry, go on.
Well, I got really angry over that betrayal. It's no longer Brittany who's talking to us, but some pervert record producer. He's got this vision, this plan of turning every 8-year-old in the Western world into a tongue-flicking, crop top, belly button big temptress.
Have you got your belly button pierced?
Well, yeah, of course. But anyway, Brittany, don't you think a lot of young girls began to feel that way about her?
Well, both of us did.
And maybe that's why her career's dying a slow death. She lied to us. She don't have our respect anymore. She's got a few houses, nice clothes, new breasts, but if I met her tomorrow,
Like on the bus?
or in Tesco,
Or Argos?
if I met Britney Spears tomorrow, I would gently pull her to side one side, place my arm around her shoulder like I'm gonna hug her, move my face towards her like I'm gonna kiss her, and whisper in her ear, Britney Spears! You sold my childhood soul.
Oh, that's cruel.
You sold my childhood soul. Then I'd smash her in the face.
But what would Brittany say?
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Nice one.
Her day of judgment will come when some teenager will stop her outside a Prada and say, Britney Spears, you sold my childhood soul, bitch.
I better go. It's been nice talking to you, whoever you are.
Can we not just talk for another little bit? I had an argument with my bitch mother and I'm feeling terrible.
What do you want to talk about?
Murder.
Are you sure you don't mind listening to this?
That's what this one is all about. If you have a problem, just get it out.
I don't know whether I should be here, whether it's that serious yet. What do you think?
It doesn't matter. There isn't a scale of depression here. I'm here at the other end, and I'm here to listen to you, Jim. Don't be nervous.
Right, well, every year at church there's a bit of passion play. My mother's very active in the church. She's the Virgin Mary.
Which would make you Jesus Christ?
In the Passion, she's Mary.
Right.
This year, my mother comes into my room with her good news. She's putting up and she's going to tell me I'm going to get stabbed like Centurion. Until she tells me they want me to play John.
Well, John's a great part.
Yeah, but he's a bit gay.
How do you mean?
I've got nothing against gay people. I respect them.
So John was gay?
Historically speaking, probably not. But in our parish, it's always a slightly more effeminate voice that gets placed in John.
Right, carry on.
Well, We do a few rehearsals with my mother as a Virgin Mary, and I've got to get all emotional when Jesus is dying on the cross, and he says to Mary, "Woman, behold your son!" Well, getting all emotional, because I know Jesus is growing to grow kids. But basically, I'm a terrible actor and I get all blocked up.
Emotionally?
Exactly. So I tell my mother I want to drop out. She starts screaming at me, saying how typical it was, and I wasn't like my older brothers, and all this shit. And then she says, I'm just like my dad. But how would I know? I haven't seen my dad since I was 6. But she starts screaming at me, just like your dad, Jim.
Just like your dad, walking out on me, walking out on me!
Gutless! I hated her just then. Why did she have to bring up my dad in front of all of these people like that? So the next night, I'm kneeling, looking up at Jesus. He's doing a great job dying on the cross. The guy's into amateur dramatics in a big way. I actually saw him in a production of Babes in the Wood, and he was hilarious. But as Jesus Christ, he was even better. Obviously not in a hilarious way.
I understand.
So, my mum's having lemonade over at the back of the church. Oh, she knows. So it was lying to be my mum, was coming out, and I was still really furious with her for the night before. And I don't know whether it was Jesus' great delivery, or just thinking about my mother being my mother, but I started to cry. People are thinking, this is really great. I completely upstaged Jesus' crucifixion, and then I'm suddenly about St. John, and whether he'll be able to go on and finish his gospel. But anyway, my mother's having lemonade over at the back of the church, and I look over at her, and I realised why I was crying back then. If I really reminded her of the man she hates, the man who left us when I was 6 years old, maybe I should leave too. But where to? Where do I go?
We're all in the room because we don't give advice. We just listen.
So, what about you? Do you have anything you want to share?
Of course, but I prefer to listen to other people.
What do you get out of that?
I'm not too sure.
Does listening to other people's problems make you feel better about your own?
No.
These are strange places, aren't they? Like I said, I don't know whether I should be here, whether it's that serious yet. What do you think?
As I said...
The rule in the room is that we don't give advice. Fine. Have you been to many suicide chat rooms?
Yes.
And do they help you?
Who said I need to be helped?
Can I know your real name?
You can call me Laura.
But is that your real name?
Maybe.
Where do you live?
It doesn't matter. None of that really matters. All you need to know is someone listening to you. That's enough, isn't it?
I suppose. Will we talk about something else, Laura?
I don't talk. I listen. You talk.
Talk about what?
Tell me about the day your father went missing.
Well, we need to set some rules.
Why? We don't give out real names, we don't say what schools we're from.
We know we're from the same city, and that's enough to tie us together. Just leave out the details. It gives us more freedom.
Keep it impersonal.
I'll use William.
I'll be Eva.
Emily!
How do we know you're not some middle-aged man trying to get off tying up 2 teenage girls?
How do I know you're not frustrated housewives, trying to take advantage of an innocent altar boy?
Are you an altar boy?
Are you desperate mummies?
No!
Okay.
I used to be an altar girl.
Oh, God.
No, I quite liked it.
How?
Well, when you're 8, you've got this simple idea of life, and I really thought I was some sort of angel. I called myself an angel waiter.
Angel waiter?
You see, back then I believed in anime, and that God created the world in 6 days, and he had the rest of Sunday off, and all that shit. And like the church was like a restaurant cafe for God resting.
Or a McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly. And it was my job as an angel waiter to serve him on his day off.
So, what did God eat then?
Chicken nuggets!
I was only 8.
How long did you think this?
A few months?
And the whole altar girl thing?
4 years.
Christ!
Are you religious?
Do you know, I'd rather not talk about religion. You either do or you don't believe. End of discussion.
Ooh, who made you? Big brother?
We're all around 15 years old. We're all middle-aged kids. Probably. I think we know each other's views on boring issues like religion.
Oh right, so what's mine?
You're disillusioned with the official church, yet you remain spiritual and have defined your own personal religion based upon the simple idea that people should be nice to each other.
Bastard.
It's a cliche, we're all cliches.
Yeah, all people can be placed in little boxes like that.
They can.
So, what are you then?
A pain in the arse.
Apart from that?
I'm a cynic, I'm an angry cynic.
Ooh, very attractive.
I'm not interested in being attractive. Why should I be?
Because attractive people go further.
Yeah, I think I read that article in one of my sister's magazines.
What I'm saying is that people see a cynic as a black hole. They're nothing, whilst the person who might be attractive or charming, well, they're at the centre of things, changing things, manipulating events. What are you but a bad smell?
Thanks very much.
You know what I mean.
You think I'm heavy-handed?
You certainly sound that way. You're bloody opinionated.
Well, that's the name of this room, isn't it? Cork's bloody opinionated.
Jesus.
Well, I'm at the age, we're all at the age, and we have to stand for something. Right? Right. To me, it's not about making friends, and going bowling, and sitting at McDonald's bumming cigarettes, and talking about the last busted LP. That's a waste of fucking time. Now's the time to step away from other people and be a pain in the arse. We're teenagers, right? Right. That used to mean something. It was about revolution, wasn't it? Apart from the punks, what have teenagers done in the last 30 years? Nothing.
And punks didn't even last that long, did they?
They made their mark, they were angry, and they showed it.
My mother was a punk. We've got this photo from 1976. She's got a cold sore on her face the size of a tennis ball.
It was dirty work being a punk.
Nowadays, teenagers wouldn't go that far before cracking open their cleansers.
Definitely.
But does anyone know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I went to an anti-war march and for an hour or so I felt really good and empowered. It would be so great to achieve something, to have a cause.
Brilliant wants to assassinate J.K. Rowling.
I was only joking.
You talked about it for like an hour last week in the Harry Potter chat room.
It's not her personally, it's the idea of her, what she stands for.
And what's that?
William reckons children rights simplify everything to keep children simple.
They see us as a threat.
Who do?
Adults.
It's a conspiracy theory.
It's like the adults support these writers to write these pointless stories of fantasy, so that children have this cutesy warped idea of what life is about.
Pause. Why didn't you stop it and come back?
No, I forgot to do that bit, now I'm at the front.